this is why you get people trying to kill Trump, and you got Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck, and he's dead now. It's because the bubble is shrinking, and you can't have that. The bubble is shrinking, the right-wing media is growing, so your control over your little world is exposed as the facade that it is. So you can't censor people because no one's on your bullshit platforms anymore anyway. We're doing our own thing. So what do? You've got to start killing people that dare to... What is Charlie Kirk? What was he? Was he a politician? No. Was he a famous actor? No. He was a right-wing commentator. He was a dude that said right-wing things. And he got killed for saying right-wing things. And you can say, oh, well, the shooter wasn't necessarily left-wing, or we don't actually know about the shooter, and there's all this conspiracy theory about who the shooter really was, or who was put up to it, or whatever. And I'm like, well, a dude who is famous for saying right-wing things, that's what he does. He was obviously killed for his political views, and no matter who shot him, there was countless amounts of people online celebrating his death. They're still celebrating it now. And those people are lefties. The left, you know, the general lefty people, celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. Like I said, he's only famous for saying right-wing things. That's what he does. You know, if Kylie Minogue got shot in the head on stage or something, and then if I said, you know why they shot her? It's because of her political views. It would be like, wait a minute, that's a bit of a leap. It could be a million different reasons why someone decided to kill Kylie Minogue, if that happened. Why would you think it's because of her political views? Like, where are you getting that? It's like, you know, Charlie Kirk isn't a pop singer. He's not a Hollywood actor. It's not like... You know, people that aren't into politics don't even know who Charlie Kirk is. It's obviously a political hit job. And they made an example out of him. It's only in the left-wing media where they say, oh yeah, the guy that tried to kill Trump, he was actually a Trump supporter. And then the guy who killed Charlie Kirk, who's a massive Trump advocate and he's a right-wing speaker, yeah, that was a right-winger. This is what you're hearing if you're still listening to the bullshit from the left-wing media. It's like, yeah, political violence is like a right-wing thing. There's way more right-wing political violence than there is left-wing. And then if you actually look at the studies that they're talking about, these are left-wing studies where they look at things like Black Lives Matter, where they commit acts of violence and riots and burning down buildings and killing police officers for months on end. And they don't count that. That's not in the studies. That doesn't count as left-wing political violence. Of course it doesn't, because it bumps up the numbers by miles on your side. So Black Lives Matter, left-wing political activist group, killing police officers, burning down cities, doesn't count as political violence. And we've just decided that all these right-wingers getting shot at they're actually being shot by other right-wingers. It's not the left. It's like, yeah, but the whole left celebrates it and goes, yeah, more of that, please. It's like, well, that's obviously what you want. Even if you didn't do it yourself, you're still encouraging that, and that's what you want, is right-wingers to get shot in the head in public for daring to speak. Fair enough. Well, it's not fair enough, but at least Donald Trump is running for president. He's trying to actually take over the country, and you think that's a bad thing, so you think it's a good thing if he gets shot in the head. I'm not saying that that's right, but I'm saying I understand it. I don't agree with it, but, you know, you don't want Donald Trump to be president. If he was president, it would affect you, essentially. So if Donald Trump is dead, then he can't be president, can he? So I see the logic. I just don't agree with the moral side of it. But with Charlie Kirk, it's like it's just a dude saying right-wing things. And then when he dies, you're like, yeah, good. That's what you get for saying right-wing things. It's like, okay, so it's definitely the right wing that have got a big problem with violence and not you. It's like, wow, even I didn't realise how badly you guys think that that your way of thinking should be the only thing allowed. Some dude with a microphone going, have you ever heard this point of view? Dead meat. Yeah, good. Fuck you and your point of view. You're fucking dead. Good. And fuck your family as well. This is the modern day way of thinking. You will keep up, or we will shoot you in the neck, and everyone will have a big old fucking party about it. We will dance and cheer as we celebrate your death, and that will send out the message to other people who may think about saying right-wing things. But here's the thing, I can actually see different angles, different perspectives on things. I've got what I see and what I think, but I can still sort of get into the minds of other people and sort of understand why they think what they think. Like, for instance, first of all, I'm the one sitting here saying that people should have the freedom of speech to say what they want, even if it upsets people. So, you know, I don't really want to defend these fuckwits that are dancing on Charlie Kirk's grave, but they do have the freedom of speech to say that. I mean, there is such thing as taking it too far and actually advocating for violence and saying, yeah, more of that, please. It's like, whoa, you're not actually allowed to do that. You're not actually allowed to say, let's go around shooting people. But if they just want to say Charlie Kirk's dead and I'm glad, then okay, you can say that. I'm not going to try and stop you. But also, I think that maybe some of these people are celebrating and then filming themselves celebrating and posting it on the internet. Because I think some of these people are actually so deep in the bubble. They really believe it. They don't realize it's an illusion. They actually think that everyone thinks like them. And because they're the types of people that are sort of cowardly, spineless people that just go along with the crowd, they think they're going along with the crowd. Like I kept saying earlier about the beach. Some people really want to go to the beach. Some people don't want to go to the beach at all. Most people just go to the beach if they think that everyone's going to the beach. They're sort of easy breezy, go with the flow, I'll do what everyone else is doing. And if you're deep in the bubble, you really think that everyone is left wing. And you really think that everyone hates Charlie Kirk. But anyway, what I'm saying is these people that celebrate and then film themselves and then post it online, I think they don't really feel either way about it. They don't really like that Charlie Kirk got killed or dislike it. They just think that everyone else is glad about it, so they're posting a video going, yeah, me too, I'm joining in. I'm joining in on the party. Because they're tag-alongs. They're people that just go along with what they think everyone else is doing. So I think there's only a small handful of people that are like, yeah, you say right-wing things and you get fucking shot. And that's how it's going now. That's what we're doing now. I think there's only really a small handful of people that are actually like that. And then I think there's a load of other people that think that that's what everyone else is doing. So they're like, oh, and here's my video. Yeah, fuck Charlie Kirk. And they're trying to one-up each other and go like, yeah, fuck his family. Yeah. So as much as I don't really want to defend these fuckwits on the internet that are doing that, at the same time, I feel like I sort of understand most of them, where really to them it's just like if it was trendy to wear a certain type of jeans or something, and they were the new jeans, the cool jeans, and they got a new pair of jeans and they feel like, yeah, I'm joining in with everyone else. I've got my jeans. They would probably post a video of themselves in their jeans going, look at me, I've got my jeans too. And to them, they don't see it as any different. Everyone hates Charlie Kirk. Yeah, me too, even though it's not everyone. They believe the bubble. They think it's real. They think that's the whole world. Oh, everyone hates Charlie Kirk. Everyone's happy about it. Me too. Here's my video. But they don't realise that you're extreme as fuck. You couldn't be more extreme when you're celebrating the death of a political assassination at a time where we're worried about political violence is on the rise. You are provoking that. You are stoking those flames. You are advocating for that. I don't think you understand how fucking extreme and radical that actually is. That's what I mean. I'm giving these people the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying I don't think they actually realise how extreme that is. They just think they're going, yeah, look, here's my jeans too. Woohoo! They're fucking idiots is the short version. The short version is these people are brainwashed fucking muppets. But unfortunately, being a muppet doesn't stop you from being dangerous. Individually, these people are completely pathetic. But in groups, they are dangerous. And just like if they thought everyone was wearing this particular pair of jeans, they would have to get them and post a video of themselves. And just like they think everyone hates Charlie Kirk and is glad that he's dead, they're going to post a video of themselves celebrating and overdoing it and just twisting the knife. But it's the same thing where if they thought that it was the right thing to do and everyone was going to go out and riot and try and attack police officers, attack Trump supporters, or attack ICE officers, if they think that everyone's doing it, they feel emboldened, they feel encouraged to do that. These people don't really have a sense of direction themselves, so they're easily led, is what I'm saying. They're called useful idiots. It's a real term, I didn't make that up. Useful idiots. But yeah, considering that the left wing have such control over all types of media, all types of entertainment and education and points of information, and they've got the world under this spell where you just sort of think that you're supposed to be left wing, otherwise you're bad. And considering most people in the middle just go along with what they think they're supposed to be doing, and this is the world that's being projected onto them. If the media wasn't so left wing, then most people in the middle would just switch to right wing if they thought that's what they were supposed to be doing. And you'd realise that the actual left wing is a tiny minority. And you see proof of this all the time. Because the people that just want to go along to get along and they sort of want to fit in and they want to go along with what they think they're supposed to be going along with, these are the ones that are sort of constantly trying to publicly express that they're on the right team and they're doing the right thing and they're so on board with everything and they've got rainbow flags and Black Lives Matter on their profile picture and all of this shit. But are they really into it? Do they really think that way? Because when they're in the privacy of their own homes, they don't have to put on this act. And there's a phrase that says, people vote with their wallet. It's like when the left try and, put woke, progressive, left-wing propaganda. If they overdo it, when they make like a really woke movie or something, no one watches it. No one likes it. It gets bad reviews. So I've actually heard people say, why are you complaining about woke stuff in the movies and in stuff? These are the people that go, no, these are just the times. You just move with the times. The times are changing. This is the time we're in. This is just the way people are now. And you're like this dinosaur that's going extinct. You need to keep up. And they say, like, oh yeah, it's supply and demand. This is what people want now. And you're just out of the loop. They go, the people that make movies are just giving the people what they want. And what they want is all of this woke bullshit. And it's like, yeah, but if you actually look at the most woke movies, they're the ones getting the bad reviews. People don't want to watch it. They're complaining about it, saying we don't want to see this shit anymore. So even those people that are in the middle that just sort of think they're supposed to be left-wing, when they're in the privacy of their own home and they just go to watch a movie, they go, why is everything bullshit? And they actually don't like any of it. Or when they put the trans person on the fucking Bud Light can, and people just stopped buying Bud Light in protest. They just boycotted Bud Light. Bud Light lost billions. Because you see, it's not supply and demand. No one demanded your bullshit. You're just supplying it. And we're going, really? And we just sort of ignore it. And every time you walk into a bar or you walk into a shop, there's like gay flags, rainbow flags everywhere. And, once a year we have to have like a re-emergence of Black Lives Matter, Black History Month, and they just plaster it everywhere. And we all just sort of ignore it. We just go, oh, you're doing that. But if you get a bit too invasive and start putting it on our favourite beer can or start putting it in our movies that we want to watch, it's like, no, stop that. Go away. Stop it. Like the average person that just, normally goes along to get along. If they feel like you're invading their private life a bit too much, they will reject you and go, fuck off with your fucking woke bullshit. And most of the people that are rejecting that stuff aren't even rejecting it for some sort of political reason. They're not like secretly right-wing or something. It's just they don't get it. They don't understand what you're doing. They're just like, why did you have to remake a movie but replace the actor with a black person and change the storyline? Why did you have to do that? Why can't you just make a new movie? And it's like, or even if they do know why you're doing that, and they're like, all right, so it's just like, hey, finally we're putting black people in movies. Oh, I've never seen a black person in a movie. What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you acting like this is some sort of modern day accomplishment, like you're breaking boundaries? What? No, you're just remaking all the old stories and changing them and making them. Why are you doing that? Like, I think the average person is just like frustrated by how unnecessary this is. I think that's what the general complaint is. But I'm just saying, like, it's not just that the right-wing alternative media is growing and, you know, people are getting radicalized. It's like, no, also just the average person is going like, why is everything like this? Like, they're just sort of turning it. They're not going towards the right-wing alternative media. They're just sort of going away from everything on TV seems to be crap now, and movies are fucking shit, and stuff that people normally occupy themselves with has become kind of just a load of churn, a load of dirge, a load of just, you know, the gay thing. Like, everyone's gay, and everyone's gay in every TV show, and adverts are unbearable. It's just like you're living in a complete fantasy world. Adverts have always been shit and annoying, but like these days it's just like, what are you trying to present to me, really? Like, what is this? And most of the time you can't even tell what the product is supposed to be. Like, it's just a load of fucking weird shit, and everyone's black and everyone's gay. There's nothing wrong with black people or gay people being on TV, but it's just, why is it just 100%? Like, that's not reality. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I think just the average person has just noticed. It's become noticeable even to them. They're like, this is weird. I don't really like this. And they're just sort of switching off. And then they start drifting into other stuff. And then they get radicalized by the evil right-wing media. And they learn something. They learn that the people that are making all of that crap aren't just trying to help out black people and help out gay people. No, they think that straight white people are a problem. And the average person is like, wait a minute, what? I'm white. I'm straight. What? I'm a problem. Aren't I just like the regular normal person around here? How am I the problem? Yeah, that's exactly why you're the problem. Because you're the norm, and you're an implicit bias and stereotypes and oppression and white privilege. Oh my God, that Matt Walsh documentary thing that he did. Doesn't matter what you think of Matt Walsh, or if you even know who he is, you need to watch Matt Walsh's Am I Racist? That movie that he made. He did the What is a Woman thing, which was him just interviewing people that are totally all about the trans ideology, and he was asking them, like, what about this and what about that? And he was coming at it from an outsider going like, what the fuck is that about? But with the Am I Racist one, he doesn't do that. He pretends that he's on board with it, and he sort of infiltrates and pretends that he wants to be like less racist. And how do I do that? He pretends that he's like a student of the ideology, which is such a better way of going about it, because it shows that if you really wanted to be on board with this stuff, you would have to be on board with it. You'd have to be insane, especially as a white person, when the whole thing is all about how bad white people are. If you're just like not really into politics, you don't really know what, you know, everything I'm saying is just something I'm saying, and you don't really know what I'm talking about, just go and watch Am I Racist by Matt Walsh. And you need to realise that this is the ideology behind a lot of the weird shit that you're seeing in movies and stuff. It's like people think that they're making the world a better place by trying to condition people into this way of thinking. It's absolutely absurd. But it's so good the way he did that. The way he pretended that he wanted to be a super left-wing progressive and, you know, teach me, how do I be more progressive? It turns out, like, there's no end, there's no ceiling to this kind of insanity. It's just absolutely mental. And I actually believe that a lot of people have watched that film, and I think that might have been their first introduction to like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I think that was a bit of an eye opener for a lot of people because of the way he went about it. He didn't go in and go like, what the fuck's up with your weird ideology? Why do you think this stuff? No, he went in there pretending that he wanted to learn and he wanted to be one of the. And it's such a better way of going about it because they just totally expose themselves as complete nut jobs.